Hi guys, I just wanted to give you a final thoughts video on the ECX temper. I've had this thing for about 4.5 months now. Ran it literally through its paces. There's not too many places that you can take it that I haven't taken it. Spent most of its life in the water. So I'm going to run you through the upgrades that I've done to this rig. Out of the box, you're looking at about $130. And I've got quite a few upgrades on it. So first and foremost, one of the things I upgraded were the tires and wheels. You can go back on my previous videos and look at exactly which ones, but this is a major upgrade that you're going to want to do right here. One of the other things that I did is I upgraded the C-hubs and the spindles, or knuckles, however you want to call them. Major upgrade I've done also were the 9mm hub extenders. In order to combat the torque twist on this vehicle, what I did is I put in some shock spacers, and quite frankly there wasn't really much available on the market. So this is just electrical tape cut to about 1/2 inch, and it's just wrapped around the shock enough so that the spring would hit it. It's a real cheap way of doing shock spacers. I've done it for years. That's kind of the way I used to do it before the advent of shock spacers. The other thing that I did to combat torque twist was I put 30 weight axial 30 weight oil into the shocks, and that's pretty much eliminated torque twist on this rig altogether. I've been really proud about the electronics that have been in this rig, and I've been running them stock for quite a while. The ESC and the receiver combo finally gave out on me, and quite frankly I think it was more my fault than it was the electronics. I ran the rig for probably about an hour, maybe a little over an hour, in constant water, came home in freezing conditions, and then I threw it in the garage. My bad. And it sat out there overnight. Next day my electronics didn't work, so I went down and I upgraded. Again, it's probably my fault, but I upgraded to a waterproof hobby coat ESC. I also have a Spectrum receiver that's actually out in another rig right now, but I finally had to upgrade those. I'm still running the stock servo, same stock servo horn. I just use a Sharpie to kind of color it a little bit, so it blends in a little bit more. And the last but not least, I weighted the front wheels. And I'll put out another video about this on exactly how you weight your front wheels, but it's a huge deal with this rig. I don't have any weight in the rear, but I do in the front, and it affects the climbing capability of this rig big time. So if you're on a budget, if there were two things that you could upgrade on this rig, I would say definitely the hub or wheel wideners. It's going to increase the stance of the vehicle and allow it to climb a little bit better. And I would also upgrade at least the tires. If you can get the wheels to work with aftermarket tires, good for you. It's a little bit of work. If you watch my previous videos, the system that comes on the original rig is a little bit proprietary. So I went ahead and upgraded the wheels. But like I said, if you're on a budget and you want to get the most out of this rig, I would do the wheel spacers and the tires and wheels. Overall, after 4 months of running this rig, I gotta tell you, it's probably one of my favorite runners. It pretty much will go anywhere. It will out climb and crawl just about anything that I have, and I really don't have a whole lot of money into it in order to get it to do that. So extremely pleased, and again, still running the stock servo. So that's it. That's my final thoughts on this rig. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. But I appreciate you taking this journey and this trip with me along the way. I finally got this thing where it needs to be, and I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Catch you later.